Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got OmniROM Unofficial for Galaxy S3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, OmniROM, I have been looking at this ROM for some time now, and when it was first released onto the masses, it was one of the best ROMs because it had a very special message to forward to everyone, because it was a kind of a developer summit, and they decided to make a ROM for devices which is not constrained by the companies giving out updates. So it was a really cool concept, and well, it does work and it is a really cool one. So let's get into the ROM now. First of all, what you would see here is the lock screen, which is basic lock screen. It's nothing special. I mean, it is Lollipop. It is based on 5.1.1, so that is really cool. So that you have the lock screen there, so that's really nice. Let's go to settings and see the about phone page. In the about phone page, you can see it is Omni version. This is an unofficial version which is available in the XDA forum, so I'm not going to say it is official one, say it's an official one. So yeah, it is using a kernel which seems to be a CM kernel, which I'm not really sure. I will get to kernel in a bit, because I feel there is something there. So yeah, we'll get to that. Now in the options, this is not a tricked out ROM. No, it is not a feature rich. It doesn't have a gazillion features. It's not something like that. It's not something like BlissPop or Temasek or even CyanogenMod. This is for you to use a very stable ROM. So just let that out of the way. So yeah. Now in the extra settings, you do have a few of them. So like interface settings, where you can change the battery style, which is this one. You can change to vertical bar, so it just changed. You can also have it to horizontal bar, or you can have it in the circle menu, so like CM. So you can also have that. Show percentage always or expanded. Always will show the percentage here. It doesn't have an option for inside the icon, outside the icon. It doesn't have that. In the expanded menu, it will show here rather than just here, and it will show both the size. Now in the navigation bar option, you have OmniStyle recent menu or AOSP recent menu. Even if you select OmniSwitch recents, long pressing this will give you the normal recent panel which is available in Lollipop ROM. So it's nothing special there. So that is it in the extra settings. What else do we have now? In the display options, we have adaptive brightness, brightness level compensator, rotation axis. All of these are similar to whatever you find in any other ROM, not just Lollipop ROM. So yeah. Button option, you do have button option. You can actually have navigation bar here, so you can actually have that. Disable the hardware keys, custom actions for navigation bar, all of that can be available. If you enable custom actions, you will get options for the hardware button. So long press will give you AOSP. You can actually change to Omniswitch recents from here, which you have to enable from the settings menu in the Omniswitch panel. So you have to do that. These are all the options which is available, which is fairly stable, which is fairly I mean, it's a staple in any other ROM, so it's nothing special about this. That is the thing about this ROM. This is nothing special, but it still gives you that kind of a good feeling whenever you use this ROM. So that is really cool. In the sounds and notification option, you can see you have media volume controls, vibrate for call, etc. It's nothing special. You do have option to change the notification light pulse or just flash, battery light, notification access for different apps, app notification here also you can select. Battery, now I want to say this, battery life in this is something which I actually liked. It does have clock issues, but considering other AOSP ROMs, I believe the battery is better, but it's nothing close to a something like a TouchWiz ROM. TouchWiz does seem to have the better end and battery life, but this does seem like a very good option. Well, Slim ROM also was a very good battery giving ROM for me at least. So I'm not really sure how this is going to be for you, but I find it very useful. And it also has a battery saver option, which does work. I mean, it does close out course and all that. So now in the advanced settings, I was not able to use all of these settings. You can actually change the colors, MDI scenario, MDNI mode, but all of these are blocked. I'm not really sure why these are blocked, and I'm not sure how to make this, how to enable these, but I think it has to do something with the kernel option. You may have to flash a different kernel to have these options enabled. So I'm not really sure. Sorry about that, but hey, it is there. Rest everything is similar. You do have developer options, and it doesn't. It doesn't come with the SuperSU script. You have to flash the SuperSU with the update SuperSU script from CF website. You have to do that manually because you don't have an option. And also it does have cell broadcast, which is one of the most annoying features I have ever found on a device. So please remove that. It's just an APK file. You can do it, a user can do it manually, but having it not be here is so much easier. So yeah, in the developers option, you do have option for advanced reboot, and I really like the advanced reboot option. It drops down from the well, it comes up from the bottom, and you have a three-way reboot and all that. So that's really nice. I kind of like that feature, kind of like MIUI. In the performance setting, now it does have this option which you have to enable at boot, and it does work out. I really like it. It does give you battery status, how much is there, and what is this thing, time in state, how much megahertz is your processor using. I mean, it is 13% of time in full speed and deep sleep 52%. So it does work out. I really like this info to be here. So you have these options, so it's really nice. So yeah, that much is it in the settings menu. Let me show you guys the apps with which it comes, because there aren't many. I installed this Titanium Backup and SuperSU, which you saw there. There are a few extra apps. I mean, there are a few replacements, I would say, like Clock Up app. It's not the standard 5.1 clock app. It is different, as in it displays something different. So yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, but it is different. And the torch application was not working for me. I'm not really sure if that's a issue with the ROM or not. So yeah, it's still not working. The gallery app is also a AOSP gallery app. Now there is something called Omniswitch in here, which is really awesome. I mean, the first time I used Omniswitch, it wasn't very, I mean, appealing to, at least for me, because it didn't really have all the features I wanted there. So let's see what Omniswitch can do right now. I mean, you can actually enable this. It is really cool. I mean, it is more of a recent app switcher, more or less, but it also gives you a few extra stuff like a settings menu, home button, switch, app drawer. App drawer is something which I really appreciated, because you can actually get to any app from anywhere in the screen. So that is really cool. You can also tweak a lot of stuff in here, like icon sizes, icon pack, animate if you want to have this animated or not. So you can actually do a lot of stuff with this. Now something which I really appreciated more is that you also have an option to change the style of it. You can actually have vertical, which actually converts it into more or less of a well, this is more of like the slim recent panel, which is really cool, with a bit of extra stuff. So you can actually clear everything but the background, the foreground application, switch, and a lot of stuff like that. So it's really cool. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. I really like that one. So here is the boot animation, which is pretty awesome. I mean, I really like that boot animation because that is really nice. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the apps and settings menu. Let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which is pretty good. So there you have it. That is the score which I received with this ROM, which is 25,126, which is not a very bad score at all. It is really indicative of any other Lollipops ROM, so it's nothing special, but it's not bad either. So yeah. So I guess that much is it about the ROM. In the conclusion, I would like to say that this ROM, the OmniROM, and with all its features, well, it doesn't have a lot of features, but still, with all of its promises, the event enabling the OmniROMs to be well created, it is actually a ROM for the masses. I mean, a lot of people are going to be using this ROM because it is a very stable ROM. I didn't have a lot of FC issues apart from the camera and stuff like that, but you can actually install a third-party camera app and be done with that, so it's nothing special. And having stuff which actually works, I mean, It has a very good battery life. I'm not really going to say it's a very good battery life, but it does give you enough to get by the day, so it's really cool. So I guess that much is it about the video. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.